I'm choking. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So this is a brand new artist. Never heard of this person, artist. Never heard this song. Don't know anything about them. As you guys know, when it's a brand new artist, I do not like to do any research. I want to go into this completely blind. So that's what we're going to do today. This was a request from Rana Hook, one of the best mod on the channel, the mod who's always helping me out on the live streams with the spreadsheet and making sure I stay organized. So thank you for that, Rana. This is Sofia. Damn it, you told me and I already forgot. Sofia Isella, I Can Be Your Mother official music video. So she told me to pull up lyrics for this, so I did that. We're gonna follow along. We're gonna watch this, react to it, do the whole shebang. I'm nervous, especially when somebody tells me to bring up the lyrics, that I'm gonna miss a bunch of stuff. But we're gonna try this because I want to pay attention to the video, but I also want to pay attention to the lyrics. So I'm gonna do my best to do all that. Before we get started, please make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel. Helps the channel out a lot. I'm live on YouTube and Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Is that right? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm live on YouTube and Twitch. So check the schedule on Twitch. I'll be posting it there. I also will have the schedule on my Discord starting tomorrow. We have fun vibes here on the streams. All right. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into this. Sofia Isella, I Can Be Your Mother official music video. Here we go. Video contains flashing lights, so it may not be... Oh, okay, I could not read that very fast.
The pulse of sleep is sucking at my eyes. I'm nursing it like a baby while it sucks me dry. And I'm staying up, talking to a phone like God and like a mother. There is never respite. I'm sinking my hands into the piano like mud. I'm hoping and praying that I get stopped. I'm staying up, talking to a phone like God. I'm resisting the trip while I'm falling in love. 'Cause you choose which one you want to rule you the best. A man or the never-ending desire of success. I know which one is in my bed tonight. Dinner's on the table with a pen and a knife. The meal tastes like paper and ink and paint. The words are different but the song's always the same. And while I sit and while I write and chew, I try not to make this song about you. I can be your mother, I can be a dream. I can make it look like it never happened, leave it clean. Oh, I could be your friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ. First of all, that like barely singing thing is really cool. Like she's almost whisper singing. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of emotion in that, or a lot of emotion that is evoked through that.
Words are different, but the song's always the same. And while I sit and while I write and chew, I try not to make this song about you. I can be your mother, I can be a dream. I can make it look like it never happened, leave it clean. Oh, I could be your friend or I could be on my back. I could beg or I could bully, I could brace you for impact. Oh, I could be counterfeit, I could be real. I could be the wound in your neck you tell your friends you can heal. I could be 500 virgins, I could be 500 whores. I could be anything, anything, anything but yours.
I feel like if we're talking about, again, I'm taking the lyrics at face value, right? I feel like if you're in this space of unrequited love, especially when it's like extreme infatuation type love, like you literally would kill somebody for this person. um, and it's not given back to you, and you know for a fact that you can't be with that someone, like that feeling, that is like true pain, right? Um, I wouldn't say I've necessarily been there specifically, but I have been in situations where like I've fallen deeply for somebody and they just don't see me that way. Um, but this whole thing about basically her saying like she could be anything she wanted. She could literally be whoever she or he wanted her to be, but it won't matter because she still can't be with him, right? That's pain. You can hear it the way she sings it too. Let's keep going though.
You read to me quietly on the windowsill. Our bodies will never be close enough if they tried, which they will. You either keep a close eye or a closed eye on it. I watch myself while I ride the emotional dick, cause you choose which one you wanna fuck you and
What did she say? She said, I watch myself while I ride the emotional dick. I've never heard something so deep yet so unrefined in my life.
you either keep a close eye or a closed eye on it. I watch myself while I ride the emotional dick, cause you choose which one you wanna fuck you and place a man at the ache in your legs backstage. I know which one gets me on my knees, gripping my hair like I'm made of sheets. The voice in my ear says remember the bet. I'm not and I'm nothing, I'm holding my breath. Remember the bet. His love feels like a threat. I can be your mother, I can be mad, I could talk utter bullshit, or I could be matter of fact. Oh, I could be broken, or I could be whole, I could be something to fix in your New Year's resolution goal. Oh, I could be an angel, I could be a jerk, make a plan to save me, you can choose if you want it to work. I could be a purity to ruin, corrupt for you to restore. I could be anything, but you're
God damn.
I can be your mother, I can be your dad, I could be the family that you always wish that you had. Oh, I could be a kiss, I could be a hit. Let me know if you ever figure out the difference. Oh, I could be a fact, I could be a lie, I could be the truth you search for your whole life but never find. I could be your bravado, I could be gone tomorrow, I could be anything, anything.
I feel like I have questions, obviously, but I feel like first of all, the visuals were crazy, right? It's kind of like she's in a janky loony bin, and that brings me to the point I want to make, whereas the way that this is sung, and honestly the way that the lyrics are too, it almost makes it seem like she's uh, gone insane, but not in the sense of like just how people go insane, but mostly like she's been dwelling on what she's talking about, right? Being not being with somebody that she wants to be with, or in fact, it almost sounded like towards the end there that it's she's been with this person, but she can't be with them in the way she wants to be with them, which is like they're actually in love, right? It's living with a narcissist, it's living with somebody who's mentally abusive, maybe physically abusive, but she can't be with the person how she wants to be with them. And it slowly drove her to madness. And the way she sang the song is how that came off, right? I want to go back to that part, but where she goes to those high notes and stuff, that's where I feel like the madness hits her. And it's also right around when those guys came in and were fucking with her, but woo-wee. It's a man that wants her to be all the things mother, maid, whore, etc. I had a brain fart. She chose her career over him. Good for her. That's good for her. I think that I guess I'm looking at it for the way I would see these things, right? It's one of those things where I'm very much so somebody who will I've mentioned this before, like when I love hard. I will do anything and everything to make sure that I stay with that person. Sometimes too much, right? Um, but I get what you're saying now. And I did say like it was somebody who's being manipulative, mentally, physically, narcissism. I get all of that. Um, so that makes sense, but I, st- I it's one of those things where bordering on codependency. Oh, there's no bordering at all. It's 100% codependency for me. And I think this for this song, right? It's basically her getting out of that codependency. Especially if she chose her career over him. But I do think part of it is like, yes, he wants her to be all those things, but she also wants him to accept her and stay with her, even through all that abuse, right? Mental, physical, whatever. So she's saying I can be all those things, but realizing she can't be with him because literally making her crazy, right? So that's what I got out of the song. But I want to go back to this real quick. There's this part where and then I have questions about her specifically that I want to get
You
into.
could choose if you wanted to work. I could be a purity to ruin, corrupt for you to restore. I could be anything, 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 but
This is like mania happening in plain sight, right? Like we're watching it happen in front of us. She's got to have a crazy octave range to be hitting those notes, right? Because she was singing pretty low before. Now she's hitting those high octave or higher range notes. Yeah. But yeah. So yet another artist that's like out of the box, against the grain, doing something different, being vulnerable, talking about things that need to be talked about. I do have questions though that I want to figure out. Right, I'm gonna search her real quick because I was joking around, thought it was just part of the like visuals. So let's see. She's only 19. Ain't no way that's true. Classically trained violinist, songwriter, producer, a slut for words. Nice. I've never lost a fight with a tiger. That's it. That's all it has on her website. Um, I don't think that was the right person. Was it? She was an opener for Taylor Swift's Eras tour. Well, I'm not going to get into how that's ironic. There's like nothing on her. Okay, so I do have questions. So I'm going to bring Chad into this right now after the fact. So she's known for both slam poetry, violin, and singing. I get the slam poetry thing because she honestly has like it's not really poetic, but she has a way of getting her point across in many different ways. She's like the anti Taylor Swift. Yes, that's my point. That's why it's like she opened for Taylor Swift, but so does she have a hunchback or what is going on with her back? Not being disrespectful, just actually curious. Because there's literally like nothing. Nothing about her on Wikipedia or anything. Like her specifically. So I don't know if it's I just want to know, like, is it an aesthetic or is like her back actually like that? Like what happened, you know? That's all I'm asking. That's the only thing. The only thing I want to know. Cuz I'm looking at her Instagram and it doesn't look like she has that going on. So is she just really talented at like shape shifting? It's the other question I have. Or was it just like I'm confused, you know? No, her back isn't like that. Artistic choice. Okay, gotcha. I mean, we're talking about it. I'm asking about it. So that was my question. And I didn't want to harp on that because there's so much other stuff going on, right? But yeah, that was really interesting. I don't want to shit on Taylor Swift, right? But it's ironic that she's opening for Taylor. I know Taylor's super popular and stuff, but I think the talent is very different. I'll say that the talent's much different, right? I think Taylor Swift has talent. Obviously, she has talent. She's a massive artist, but I think her songs are more simple listening and kind of like general audiences. Sofia Isella is definitely 100% a niche type of audience, right? We have somebody who's very artistic is going to have like really focused songs on different things, really focused art coming out of her, right? For 19 years old is crazy to me that she's 19 and already sounds like this. By the way, she got crazy abs in this picture. What the hell? Let me show you what I'm looking at. Look at these abs. The hell? She often speaks of women being cattle who bear babies men don't want. I think it's to do with that. Speaks of women being cattle who bear babies men don't want. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Um, these are like heavy topics that we could talk about for hours and hours. I do think that there's two sides to that coin, and this is not me. Let me rephrase. When we talk about the women bearing a child and all that stuff, I think it's their prerogative at that point to essentially do what they want to do with it because it's their body that has to go through the turmoil. The as somebody who's watched their wife have 3 pregnancies, I don't go through shit. I watch her go through all the shit, right? So I do think there's two parties involved, but 100% like I understand that. On the other side of that coin though, I find it odd and I think some of you guys are going to yell at me, but let's listen, hear me out. I think it's a little bit weird that in 90% of circumstances that the men pay child support. My mom, when my mom and dad divorced, my mom made 3 to 4 times as much as my dad did. He worked, he made a living. It was enough to keep me supported and him supported, but he struggled and he still had to pay child support. And my mom didn't have to pay anything. She made a bunch of money and got extra child support from him. And what did she do with it? She got into deep debt and just withered it all away, right? So I, I think I see both sides to it. Obviously, one is money, which in hindsight is not really even close to having to go through turmoil on your body and mental health and all that stuff. But I think there's a lot of nuanced stuff that goes on with all of that that is just needs to be worked on and talked about for sure. So I'm glad that she's being open and honest about that stuff for sure. Child support is problematic the way it has been implemented in the U.S. 100%, Rana. It's asinine to be honest. But um, you get what I mean from the next two on the list. But let's move on to Avier's. I appreciate that. But anyways, this was amazing. This was yet another artist I'm really intrigued by. Like the artistic stuff. Even if all else fails and I like don't even like the music, which I did. The artistry there and the talent there in the writing, the simplicity of her vocals and how she was able to provoke that manic kind of eerie feeling with her vocals is really like second to none, to be honest. So really enjoyed that. So thank you for that, Ron. I appreciate that.